Hi guys, this is Sadek from Driving.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to fix the Samsung boot loop or a soft brick phone. So as you could see, currently my phone is in a boot loop state. It will just continuously go into a loop and it will not be able to access the OS. The system partition on my phone has been corrupted, and as a result of which it is not able to access the OS. Well, there could be quite a few reasons for the boot loop or the soft brick state. That's not a cause of concern. Fortunately, there exists a single fix using which you could easily rectify this issue. The only drawback, or the you could say issue with this fix, is that it will wipe off all the data from your phone. You cannot save any data whatsoever. So if that's well and good, then let's get started with the fix. So first and foremost, make sure that you have installed the Samsung USB drivers on your PC. If that is not the case, then go to the official website of Samsung USB drivers, get hold of the exe file, launch the exe file and install the drivers. Once you have installed the drivers, you will now have to get hold of the stock firmware for your phone. It's recommended to get hold of the same firmware which is currently installed onto your phone. If that is not possible, then get hold of the latest firmware. For downloading the firmware, you may either use the feature tool or the SAM FW website. So let me show you both these approaches. So if we talk about the SAM, or rather the tool, so let me show you the tool. So as of now, you will not be able to use the automatic approach of the tool because your phone is in a boot loop. So the tool will not be able to read any data on your phone. Let me show you what I mean. So as you could see, if I choose the auto mode, it will not be able to choose my phone. In the manual mode, I may type in the model number and CSC, but I don't know the IMEI or the serial number of my phone. If that is the case with you as well, you may check the box of your phone, and if the IMEI number is there, type in the IMEI number and hit the check update button. You will get then the update file, get hold of it from here. Or you may also use the SAM FW website. For that, again, you need to get hold of the model number. The model number of the phone is given on the box as well. So it's SMG781B. Let me show you that as well. So let's get hold of the firmware file from the SAM FW website. So if your phone was working well and good, you could have used the USB icon as well, but as of now we have to type in the model number. So it's SMG-78. So just a minute, it's 781B. 781B. So type in the model number, choose your phone from here and wait for a few seconds, and the firmware will now be here. You have to now choose the CSC code. As of now, since your phone is in a boot loop, you might not be able to check the CSC from your phone. So you might have to look online for the information of from where you have bought the phone. You may refer to that section as well, or the phone box. As of now, in my case, the CSC is INS. So choose the right CSC, and now you may download the latest firmware from here. Once you have got the firmware via either the tool or the website, let's now move ahead. So now you will have to extract the firmware file, and upon extracting the firmware file, let me show you. It will be initially in a zip format. So this is the firmware in the zip format. You have to extract it, and upon extracting, you will get the following 5 files: the AP, BL, CP, CSC, and home CSC. Out of this, we will use the AP, BL, CP, and the CSC file. Anyways, moving on. Once you have got the firmware files, you now have to extract the firmware, which we have done, and now get hold of the Odin tool. Using this tool, we will flash the firmware file onto our phone. So get the tool from my guide and extract them onto your PC. Upon extracting, you will get the following 4 files. Now let's boot our phone to the download mode. This is the most challenging part because our phone is currently in a boot loop. If that was not the case, we may have simply used the ADB reboot download command, but as of now, since our phone is in a boot loop, we cannot use this command. So we'll have to take the help of hardware key combination. So in this regard, you may refer to my guide and check out the various ways of booting the phone to download mode. So if we go with the hardware key combination, there are quite a few ways. So for the hardware key combination, you have to unplug your phone from the PC, and once that is done, press and hold the power key for around 8 to 10 seconds until and unless your phone gets powered off. So let's press and hold the power key and keep holding that key for around 10 to 15 seconds, and your phone should then power off. So let's just wait, and once the phone powers off, well and good. But if it does not get powered off, then as you might see, when your phone undergoes a boot loop, it automatically powers off for a few seconds. So we will have to take the help of that few seconds to get the job done. So let me first show you. My phone is currently in a boot loop, and it will now automatically power off for a few seconds. So let me show you that stage of my device as well, and then we will move ahead with the next step. So it will take just a few seconds. So as you could see, my phone is now powered off. It will do so for a few seconds, for around 2 to 3 seconds, and during that time frame we have to boot our phone to download mode. So for that, as soon as the phone powers off, press and hold the volume up and volume down keys, and while holding both the key, connect your phone to the PC via USB cable. So let's just wait for a phone to power off, and then press and hold the power volume up and volume down keys. So let's wait for a few more seconds, and then we will get the job done. So press and hold both the keys and then plug in the USB cable, and as you could see, we are now in the download mode. So as soon as the phone gets powered off for a few seconds, you will have to press and hold the volume up and volume down keys while holding both the key. Connect your phone to the PC via USB cable, and with this we are now in the download mode. So as of now, you will be in the warning screen. Just press the volume up key once and you are now in the download mode, and we could now move ahead and flash the firmware file. So launch the Odin tool via the exe file and click on OK in the warning sign, and make sure that the phone is shown here in the COM port. Likewise, under log it should show as added. Once that is done, let's now load the firmware file. So click on BL, go to the extracted firmware file, and here choose the BL file, click on open. Then after that, you have to click on the AP button, select the AP file and click on open. The AP file is around 8 to 9 GBs at the very least, so it might take a few seconds for the file to be loaded. Around 30 to 40 seconds it might take. So let's just wait for the AP file to get loaded, and then we will move ahead with the next step. In the meantime, after that we'll load the CP, and the final file is the CSC file. So in the CSC we will have to load the normal CSC and not the home CSC. This is because we have to do our format data. If you don't do our format data, then the boot loop issue will not be fixed. So our format data is a must, and for doing our format data in any case whatsoever, you have to always use a CSC file and not the home CSC. The home CSC is only required in those cases wherein you don't want to do our format data. Since we have to do our format data, we have to use the CSC file. Anyways, moving on, let's now click on the CP button and choose the CP file and click open. And finally click on the CSC button and choose the CSC file. Again, I am repeating, it should be the CSC file and not the home CSC. So choose the CSC file and click on open, and the CSC file is now added. So with this we have added the BL, AP, CP and CSC. Finally hit the start button, and the flashing will now start, and it could take up to around 5 to 10 minutes. You could keep a track of all the partition being flashed over here, and once the flashing is done, your phone will boot to the OS, because as you could see that the auto reboot has already been check marked. So let's just wait for the flashing to complete, and then the phone will boot to the OS. So guys, as you could see, the flashing is now complete. You will get a pass message in the Odin tool. Likewise, your phone will now boot to the OS automatically. Do keep in mind that the first boot up will take up some additional time frame. This is completely normal and nothing to worry about. This is because our phone has undergone a reset, so the first boot up will take up some time. So let's just wait for the phone to boot to the OS, and then we'll move ahead. So guys, our phone is now booted to the OS. The setup process might take a while. So as of now, I'll skip this all. If you want, you may take a restore of the data right now, or you may restore it later on as well. As of now, I'll skip the entire setup process and take you to the OS directly. It will just take a few more seconds. So let's just wait for that to happen, and then we will move ahead with the next step and show you the UI and UX, which will take just a few more seconds. So anyways, you might have got an idea that this tweak has worked for us. The only thing to keep in mind is that regarding the booting to download mode, because apart from that, you might already be aware of flashing the firmware via Odin. So the two things in the entire video to keep in mind is, first and foremost, the way to boot your phone to download mode is that you will have to wait for the phone to undergo a power off. This will happen just for a few seconds because the phone is in a boot loop. So during the boot loop, your phone will automatically power off for a second or two, and during that 2 seconds you will have to press and hold the volume up and volume down keys, and while holding both the key, connect your phone to PC via USB cable, and your phone will then automatically leave the boot loop and go to a download mode. Apart from that, the next thing to keep in mind is that you have to flash the CSC file and not the home CSC. This is because we have to do a format data, and for doing a format data, flashing the CSV file is a must. So just keep these 2 points in mind and flash the firmware via Odin, and the boot loop and the soft brick will be fixed once and for all. So guys, on that note, I round up this video. If you have any queries, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.